Hey guys, in here checking out my orchids today, and I wanted to show you a couple of things. There's that little beauty. She has changed quite a bit. I wish I could get the lighting right on her. Maybe if I move her out. She does have a slight scent. Here we go. See how she's got that beautiful lavender color around her, and I am like shaking. I can't even hold her still. But anyway, she is just gorgeous. But I was in here checking out my orchids today. I haven't really been in here for a couple of days really looking at things. I mean, I'm in here every day, but um, my Oncidium Catante, she is doing really good. And the last time I showed her to you, she was spiking out. Sorry about the glare. And she was forming her buds, and now her little buds are pushing out and getting color. She is an orange and yellow. She was actually in bloom for me last year when I got her. So I'm very excited that she grew this spike for me. And it's pretty tall. I'd say maybe 2.5, 3 foot. So, and it's coming out of this bulb right here that I grew. She grew this bulb for me this year, and I think this one, yeah, pretty sure this one is new also, grown at the same time the other one. And I have been looking, but I'm not seeing any new bulbs, but really a nice plant. Catante. Okay, and my second orchid that I wanted to show you, well, and this here one, she has pushed out a couple more buds that have opened. She's gorgeous. I had 2 that blasted right here on each side. I don't know why, but these 2 up here look fine. So I don't know what that was all about. I have no clue. And then this plant has got a spike, and she is forming her buds. And she looks like she's going to be purple. Very nice. So, I showed you I had a new growth on my Dendrobium nobile. This is my Love Memory Fizz, and that growth is doing pretty good. Let's go over here. There's my Nepenthes. She is still growing. This is her new growth. So she is looking pretty good. All of this last cup that she had on her when I bought her is finally starting to shrivel up. Still has some water and food in there. And that one. But I'm not too worried because that's pretty normal. she will grow new ones for me. I hope. Hopefully, out of these here top ones, I don't know. My Vanda is doing really well. Um, this is a new leaf, and I believe, no, there wasn't another new leaf down there. But she is growing really well for me this winter. I'm real happy with her. She is actually getting a soak today. As soon as I get done with this video, she is going to get a nice long soak. Her roots are really nice looking, but you can tell they're dry. Okay. All of my little oncidiums right here are doing really good. They are growing very nicely in my grow room. I'm really happy with this lighting. I really wasn't sure if it was going to be enough for my orchids and my house plants that I have in here, but they are. My bromelain baby is getting bigger and bigger. I am really, really glad that I set her down into this basket. I have a little bit of soil around her and a little bit of cocoa fiber. This here stuff, whatever this here stuff is, I think it's cocoa fiber. My Harold Ripley was having some issues, but I don't know what was going on. I had her in a wooden basket, and I took her out. The roots looked okay, but she just didn't seem like she was thriving like she should be. So that's still kind of wet, so I'm not going to pull on that. I think I was having the most issue was keeping her hydrated. So I'll let that dry off and then I'll cut it off in a couple days. But I potted her in this plastic container, an old orchid cup, or pot, I mean. And she seems to be doing a lot better. Her new growths have taken off. This one's new, that one's new, and this one's new. So I'm glad I made that choice to put her into a plastic container. That was a pretty darn good choice. And the other exciting thing I have going on is my Zygo. This is her new growth, her last new growth that she put out for me. And there's a spike. I am so excited. This was her last new growth right here, and you can see her old spike. That was from that growth. And then over here, I believe, is another spike. I thought they were growths, and I think they're spikes. Well, I know for sure that one is, because look how pointy it is. But I'll tell you, oh my god, this plant loves a lot of water. I'm always watering this plant. Constantly. She loves it. She grows like crazy. And I keep it pretty humid in here. I mean, it is 73 degrees right now. And my humidity is sitting at about 53%. Which is a little low, but my humidifier ran out in the middle of the night. It is about 9 o'clock in the morning, I think. 9:30, something like that. So it dropped down to 48% humidity, but okay. Anyways, my Miltoniopsis, I don't know. I mean, this plant, it likes a lot of water, and it loves the humidity. So I put her in leca, and I did this a while back. I put her in leca, set her down inside this little pot. Oops. And I keep water in the bottom of it all the time. And she has just taken off. I mean, there is another new growth right there. So I think I made the right move with that, with this plant, because she just wasn't happy in bark. The Lucky Beads was the way to go with her. So let me move my fan here. I think, I mean, that was pretty much it. My dendrobium, my denphal, her two new growths there, and this one back here is doing really good. My other denphal is doing really good. I'm still not seeing any spikes. I was really hoping for a spike out of this plant, but I don't know. She'll give it to me when she gives it to me. Here's my Catante buds again. I cannot wait to see her in bloom. But my Arangus is doing really good. She is growing and growing and growing. Let me go over to the other side. Here is my Brassavola Jiminy Cricket. She has put on a lot of new growth for me, so I'm really happy with her. She was kind of small when I got her. I got like 3 baby plants, and I just planted them all together in this pot. So that was what I did with her. My Cymbidium, her new growth is looking pretty good. At least I think it's a growth. I don't know. I doubt it's a spike, but if anybody can actually tell me if that's a spike. It kind of looks like the spike on my Zygo, but I don't know. I can't remember from last year when she gave me a new growth, but that would be great if it's a spike, but I'm not going to get my hopes up. Okay, my monster aloe that I have to fight around all the time, but she's gorgeous. I don't mind fighting around her. She is a beautiful plant. I've had her for a long time. My Monstera, I gave my Monstera a little bit of a trim because it was getting monstrous. It was hanging all over my orchids, and so I cut off, like, there was a big branch over here that was leaning way over. I cut that off, put it in water, and then I had another branch, I think, I don't know, it was over here somewhere. Who knows with this plant? This plant is, like, totally crazy. I love it. Absolutely love it. Really, really beautiful. Can't wait to get her back outside. Okay, I want to show you the other side of my Angraecum, this crazy root. I have been repotting plants like crazy because everything is like, oh my god, every time I turn around, there's my little baby Nepenthes. They are so cute. I just love them. And they're doing pretty good. They're getting some new growths right here. So I'm happy about that. I was really scared to repot them, but I think I did okay with them so far. But anyways, on my Angraecum, this is my sesquipedale. I can't say it. Sesquipedale. But look at her root. I mean, she's been growing this for a while, but just this is this here root right here. And she's gone down in between and then come out, and I see another root right there. It's not gonna focus. But the best way I have found to keep her, I put an old pot under here. I put this tray under her. I've been keeping a tray under her all winter because she likes a lot of moisture. So I come in and I just spray her down. I water her with my garden sprayer that I have. And I just soak it and soak it and soak it. And then water stays in this container. It's kind of crooked right now. Usually, there we go. Set her like that. That way my basket isn't rotting, but she's still getting a lot of moisture from the container, but she seems to really like it. And that was a piece. It was like that when I bought her. And actually, when I bought her, these leaves were way smaller, like down to here, because that spot was way down here. But time to clean leaves again. My God, everything gets so dusty. But yeah, she's doing really good. She has grown a lot for me through the summer after I got her and since I've had her in the house. So, okay, I think that is it. Because I always forget something. Oh, this is another thing. This is my y'all can read that. Matrata. Bishop found in Myanmar and Thailand. But this here root right here is new. Let me focus that on. I took her off of this mount because they had it really tight. I mean really tight. And then I just loosely remounted her. And I don't know what's going on here. It's kind of scaring me. But I'm sure it's probably normal. This here middle leaf is starting to like dry up, but I keep her very well watered. And she is growing this root, this new root, and her old roots are extending. So I don't know. She gets fed. So probably just a normal thing. But my I can never remember the name of this. Mendenhall Hildas, and the name is totally going out of my head. But this plant seems to be doing really well. I absolutely love this plant. I love the coloration on her leaves. It's just beautiful. My other two cattleyas are doing really, really good. Look at the roots, guys. I mean, they are just going crazy. I love it. I have gotten so much more root growth. Look at this. Isn't this beautiful? I love it. Up underneath. And how I have found growing these guys, I did have them hanging over there up on my bamboo rods. And oh, I was having a really hard time keeping them hydrated. I was soaking them every day because they are planted in lava rock and river rock. So what I did, and it's really seemed to help, is I had these little trays. I put sand in them. In the sand, because I didn't really have nothing else. I didn't have any of my clay balls, my hydro balls. or anything at the time. So I put sand in the bottom of these. I keep them filled up. I mean, it's still wet right now. I just filled them like, oh, I don't know, maybe a couple days ago, but it is time to do it again. I can tell it's getting kind of dried out, but it gives them a lot of moisture coming up into the roots. And as you can see, I mean, they are all heading down to the sand. I don't know what I'm going to do later because they are getting really tall. And I just have them hanging from hooks under this here shelf. But I'm either going to have to raise these up more. Is going to be probably my only option. But there, I just got sand all over everything. I'm sure they don't care, but see, here's another sheath I peeled back. Oh, yeah, it's drying out good now. I like to keep my sheaths off of everything. I don't want to start having an issue with bugs, so I keep everything kind of clean in that way. But this one is my Laelia purpurata schusteriana. And she is doing really good. She gave me a couple new growths this summer, and they are just going crazy. And then this one is, my tag done wore off, but this was the orchid that when I got it, I just struggled and struggled and struggled and struggled with her. And now she is just taken off this summer. And so is this one. This one grew and grew and grew and grew in the wintertime last winter, and it grew more in the summer. And she grows a lot, and she gets a lot of roots. That's why I was really surprised I only had one flower spike. But okay, I think that is it. I'm giving my hand at growing a eucalyptus tree. I hope it works, but I don't know. I cut it off a fresh piece of eucalyptus branch that I bought that was in water at the grocery store. And I cut it, put some root hormone on it, and stuck it down into the soil. So we will see. Alright guys, you have a great day. Oh, I wanted to show you my Belita. Little Bob, Big Bob. I think it's Big Bob. Yeah, Big Bob. She flowered for me last year. This is a ground orchid. And I wanted to show you guys. I think this is totally amazing. Look at all of these new shoots in here. I got 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 5, 6. She has just gone crazy this winter growing. Absolutely in love with this plant. I cannot wait. I hope she gives me a bunch of more blooms. My orchid cactuses are doing really well. They have new growth shooting out of everywhere. I love, look at these little roots coming out of the top of here. I think that is so cute. But my amaryllis are growing like crazy. This one has finally taken off, and she has set her bud. She will be blooming sometime in January. This one here isn't doing anything. I don't know what's going on with it, but I'm not going to give up on her. So, alright you guys, you have a great day. There's my Arangus bilboa. She's doing really good. Shooting out another new leaf. Another new little root right there. That is my Neophonetia falcata. She's doing really well. I wish she would bloom. She's growing like crazy and she's got roots like crazy, but hopefully we'll see a bloom from her in the spring. Alright guys, I'm gonna shut up. I got a ton of stuff to do. I have a fern that I need to repot, and I'm doing that as soon as I get done. Oh, and if anybody knows anything about this bromelade, I mean, the flower has been going over. For the baby's sake, should I cut this flower spike off? I mean, because it's pretty well, it had pretty well had it when I bought it a month or so ago. But should I cut that off? See how it's all gone over. The little purple flowers are dried up and done. But I'm sure I probably should, but if you guys know, let me know. I love this plant. I think it is gorgeous. And I want to do what is best. I know I should probably cut it off. So, alright. You guys have a great day. And I will talk to you later. And by the way, everybody have a great New Year. Bye.